All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's jump right into it. This is the Portland Trailblazers versus the Phoenix Suns. Game highlights and review. This was a game that I was looking forward to seeing because I wanted to see how what Phoenix was going to do in response to what happened yesterday. You could pretty much see from the jump ball if you look closely at some of the posturing and some of the Phoenix players, you could tell that they were ready, that they were gritting their teeth. They wanted their get back. They wanted to get back into it. They took it personal, which they should. I mean, this is the NBA, man. Guys have pride. You know, the Trailblazers came and took it to them last game, and they weren't expecting it. Not to say that it was, given to them or anything like that. But they just weren't expecting it. They were ready. They were ready this particular game. That was a nice play right there. I like what Devin Booker just did to take away that option, but I like what Josh Hart did even more. Like I said last game, it's a lot of guys on the Portland Trailblazers who can make some good decisions, as we saw Josh Hart just do that to get the rookie an easy bucket. DeAndre Ayton, again, we just saw a bucket. There was something else DeAndre Ayton did earlier that he didn't do. He didn't go strong all game last game. So again, there was things that you could see where Phoenix really wanted to come back strong and remedy what happened last game. So it's good to see, a measure, to see how the fellas respond to that, and this is something they can learn from, especially the young guys. You don't want to get too up. Of course, when things go bad, you don't want to get too down. And you got a job to do each night you step on the floor. But as you can see, the guys, they started the game pretty well. They came out well. They came out fighting, running some good offense. They did some good things, some great things. As you see, Chris Paul with the nice pass right there. Now that right there is something you don't want to happen. That can't happen. What just happened right there can't happen. But again, these guys will learn, and they're continuing to learn, and they'll get better. Chris Paul with a three right there. He didn't really have a lot going last game, but he found it this game. D-Book had it going. Again, they were just focused. They I mean, they were really focused. They took every possession serious. They were focused. Nice shot right there. Jeremy Grant is really good at that, and the more he keeps doing that and knocking them down, the better it will be for the ball club. And but as you can see, Phoenix Suns were pushing it hard, man. They were very active on defense. They were really everywhere that they could be. Not allowing anything to be easy at all. So this was a good chance to see again, what kind of adjustments the guys would make. Now this is all mentally. I mean, we know what we're doing as far as game plan, scheme, and all that. I'm just talking about mental adjustments. Pushing yourself a little more, challenging yourself. Not getting down. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And that's what the guys are learning. As we see Watford getting some time out there today. It's good to see the young fella back out there. But the guys will learn, and they'll get mentally stronger as far as these back-to-backs. Good finish right there from the young fella. As far as these back-to-backs and responding mentally when other teams kind of gear up for them, because that's going to be the difference now. When people start hearing your name, they start hearing about the Trailblazers in the news reports and on the highlights and on the shows and stuff. So now guys they're gearing for you. Now teams are really looking at you. And, you're not going to sneak up on anybody, which is good. The Trailblazers are good enough to win ball games without having to sneak up on anybody. But as I said before, on this restocking, this reshelving, the guys are learning. That was nice right there. What I just saw by Eubanks. I mean, Chris Paul, nice three, but I like what I just saw by Eubanks right there. But guys are learning what it means mentally to be in the NBA and what you got to do game in and game out. You know, you have to really be mentally strong. Now, that was a strong, good finish by Jeremy Grant. My goodness. That was a strong, good finish. Need more of that. Much more of that. I mean, what I mean by that is just attack more, you know. I mean, this team is pretty much built to attack. So, you know, don't hesitate. Get out there and do what you can do. You know, as much as you can do it. You know, that's the main goal. Do what you can do as much as you can do it. Like that right there. Attack. Good job by Jeremy Grant. You know. And you can tell that he was trying to push the envelope a little bit this game. Trying to keep the team into it. Which is good. You want to see that. You want to see veteran guys, you know, step up and encourage the young guys, whether it be by the way that they play, you know, or what they say. Jeremy Grant, I don't know if he says too much, but you can see out there he's playing. He's trying to do what he can to keep the team into it and keep them in the game. I remember seeing that play right there. I didn't really. It might have looked like a travel, but I think he got that ball down before that left foot started going. But I don't know. I could be wrong. It was a close play. As you can see here, once the guys got down, the first few games, you know, if you remember, you know, we were fighting back, getting back into the games. This game, the guys, they still fought. They still do what they can. Phoenix just had it going, and they just weren't going to let up. You know, Phoenix just, like I said, they took this game personal, and they just weren't going to let up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on their team contributed. This was good to see. Again, I wanted to mention Nasir Little. Again, another game, he had a solid game off the bench. But this was good to see how the guys, you know, wanted to stay into it and keep fighting. And we'll see the strength get more, you know what I'm saying, in these situations where the young fellas will transform some of that mental toughness into physical toughness, where they'll be out here fighting hard mentally and they'll go hard physically as well. You know, it'll match up. You know, you can see in instances right here where guys were just a little step slow in their reaction. Again, back to back, mental aspect of the high, you know, of the win that you had last game. It was an emotional win, so you're really up there. And you're a young player, you know, it feels good. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna smile a lot. You know, you just gotta be ready though. Don't get too up there and don't get too down. You just gotta be ready. And this is one thing that they'll learn. That's the great thing about this ball club and the leadership that this team has, that they will learn. I mean, this is fantastic. People kind of get caught up into what's going on right now, and it's great. I mean, that's wonderful, winning games and all that. But this is a team on the rise as far as a team in, I don't want to say under development, but a team that's learning and a team that's expected to get better. You know, that's the whole goal. Putting this team together is to get better. You know, they did a good job as far as, you know, finishing the game, keep playing. You know, you never want to give up. We've seen some teams, you know, end up losing by 40. You know what I'm saying? But you can best believe they're going to come ready. They're going to come ready next game on, I believe it's Wednesday. No, wait, what's today? Oh, no, it's Monday. They're going to come ready on Monday and be ready to fight and be ready to, you know, for a tough game or whatever may happen. But best believe the team will continue to get better. And this was a game that they also got better. This was a mental game. This right here was a game to learn from mentally. You know, so this was a good game in that aspect. You know, I know the score looks bad and all of that, and people want to make it into other things, but this is a team building, like I said. So regardless, they're going to continue to get better, and this is a great opportunity for them to get better mentally, you know, and how to translate that into what they want to do on the court as they were in the first couple games, fighting back, getting back into games, and even pulling out a couple of them games, But again, on this back-to-back, on this high, as far as them being extremely excited about the win last game, these are ebbs and flows that I was talking about before. This happens in the NBA, and guys will continue to learn from it, Don't be surprised if later on in the season, it might be 2 games here, maybe 3. But I expect the team to bounce back well. This team will continue to bounce back well from any loss. Whether it's 1, 2, whatever. That's what this team is built to do with the leadership that they have. That's what this team is made to do. So we can look forward to that. So we look forward to the next game. We look forward to seeing how the team responds, and they will respond well. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. See you on the next one.